Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Uh, क्या स्क्रीन भी विजिबल है?
जी। यार,
मैम उन सभी टीचर्स को होस्ट बनाना होगा जो प्रेजेंट करेंगे ना। पहले से ही बना दीजिए। आलोक सर, आपके पास राइट है क्या होस्ट बनाने का?
हाँ सर, मेरे पास और आलोक सर के पास, दोनों के पास है वो।
ओके।
सर के पास लिस्ट होगा तो सर देख के कर सकते हैं।
पैनलिस्ट स्क्रीन शेयर कर सकते हैं क्या आपके पास? होस्ट के अलावा भी कुछ ऑप्शन आ रहा है क्या?
नहीं, हमको बस प्रमोट टू पैनलिस्ट का ऑप्शन आ रहा है सर।
प्रमोट टू पैनलिस्ट ही है ना, होस्ट तो
हाँ।
ऐसा कुछ?
जी जी, नहीं
ओके
नहीं।
ओके। तो मैं भी कर देता हूँ that's it।
Shall we start, sir?
पैनलिस्ट को सबको बना दिया जिन्होंने प्रेजेंट करना अभी कम है।
Alok sir, can you please make them
सबने जी मैम सबने ज्वाइन नहीं किया अभी।
Osman, I think we can start.
okay, sir. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Sri Venkateswara College, I, Dr. Moshmi, member GE committee, welcome all of you to this session. This session is insightful as it will clarify your understanding of the subject and give you a brief knowledge of each of the subjects that is being offered by different departments of the college. As you know that you can choose your GE, which is being offered by other departments of the college and not your parent department. Now, to discuss the modalities of the course curriculum in details, I invite Dr. Hari Singh, convener GE committee, before you all. Dr. Hari, over to you for the presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Mawson. Can you please confirm, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is very much visible.
Okay, and my voice is also audible. There is no issue.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so dear students, very good afternoon. I am Dr. Hari Singh, the GE convener. So before beginning with the generic elective courses, I would like to tell you about some common terms or the nomenclature, which is very, very important for choosing a generic elective course. So let's start with the program. What do we mean by a program? So I'm taking the example of B.Sc Honors Chemistry. So in this particular case, the program of the student is basically B.Sc Honors. The discipline is chemistry. And you will be hearing two terms very frequently, parent department and non-parent department. So for a chemistry honors student, the parent department is the Department of Chemistry. And all other departments, excluding the chemistry department, are their non-parent department. If we take the example of B.Sc program Life Sciences, so the program name is B.Sc program, your discipline is Life Science, and your parent departments are Botany, Chemistry, and Zoology. So this course is basically done by three departments together, Botany, Chemistry, and Zoology. And all other departments, excluding Botany, Chemistry, and Zoology, are your non-parent departments. If we take the example of BA program, so in every BA program course, there are basically two disciplines. So if a student has taken BA program Hindi and History, so the program is BA program. Their disciplines are Hindi as well as history. Both the departments, that is Hindi and history, are their parent departments, and all other departments, excluding Hindi and history, are their non-parent departments. And as far as generic elective courses are concerned, one has to study the generic elective courses which are basically offered by the non-parent departments. No student can study the GE which is being offered by his or her own department. This you have to keep in your mind. Now there is a nomenclature for courses or papers which sometimes get confusing. So when we say courses, we basically mean papers. So there are basically DSC, which is discipline specific course, and these papers are offered by your parent department. They are DSE, which are elective in nature. The DSEs are mandatory. There is no choice of choosing or not choosing a particular core course. All the core courses are mandatory. The DSEs are elective. So these are also offered by your parent department. So a student basically there is a choice. There are a number of papers. The department floats a number of papers and one can choose. And the GE, that is generic elective, the generic elective, these are basically offered by the non-parent departments. Now there are some important points to be noted. Point number one, the DSCs offered by non-parent department can also be taken as GEs, but this is allowed only in second and fourth year. A student of first year and the students of third year cannot take the DSCs offered by the non-parent department as generic elective. This is number one. Number two, 7 Gs in a particular discipline out of maximum possible 10 Gs are required for minor degree. I am repeating, if any student is looking to get a minor degree, he or she has to study at least 7 generic elective courses of that particular discipline. Maximum one can do 10 Gs, minimum one has to do 4 Gs. But for getting a minor degree, 7 Gs are compulsory. The students of program courses, excluding life sciences, should do DSC of the minor discipline in semester 5 and a DSC of research methodology paper of the DSC major in semester 6. Now, this is specifically for the honors students, whether it is BSc honors chemistry, botany, biology, BSc honors, BA honors Hindi, BA honors history. This is for those. So in semester 1 and 2, that is in first year, one can study 1 GE in each semester. In the second year, that is in third and fourth semester, there is a choice. One can either study a GE or one can study a DSE. There is a choice. In third year, that is in semester 5 and semester 6, one has to study 1 GE along with 1 DSE. And in the fourth year, that is in semester 7 and 8, there are 3 possible combinations. One can either study 3 DSEs or one can study 2 DSEs along with 1 GE, or one can also study 1 DSE and 2 GEs. And there are no particular specific remarks or points to remember for the honors students. In other program types, there are some special instructions. So this is for GEs and DSEs for honors too. Next, we have GEs and DSEs for BCom program students. The overall structure is almost same. That is number of Gs, number of DSEs, and 3 possible combinations in the third year. But in addition to that, there are some instructions. A BCom program student has to choose Hindi as GE in semester 1 and 3. This is mandatory. And if a student has studied Hindi up to class 12, he will opt for Hindi A. If a student has studied Hindi till class 10, he has to opt Hindi B. If a student has studied Hindi up to class 8, he has to opt for Hindi C. If there is any student who has not studied Hindi till 8th class, he can he or she can take the paper Modern Indian Language. There are 5 possible options. Even if there is a student who has not even studied any MIL till class 8, then the student can choose the GE from the open pool. So this is for semester 1 and 3, that is we call them odd semester. And in even semester, that is in semester 2 and 4, a BCom program student has to choose English as their GE. And in the third year, one can choose one GE from the open pool and one can choose one B.Sc from the parent department. Next, we have GEs and DSCs for BA program students. Now, in BA program, there are basically 2 possibilities. One possibility is that the BA program student is not having any language as a core. Other possibility is that the student is having a language as one of his core discipline out of 2. So this is the case only for the students who are studying in BA program with 2 disciplines having no language as the core. So such students, the structure remains the same. The overall structure of the papers will remain the same, but there are some important parts. So a BA program students having no language as a core, again he has to do Hindi as GE in semester 1 and 3, and English as GE in semester 1 and 3, and Hindi as GE in semester 2 and 4. The rules are for the third year remains the same, and in the fourth year, students of BA program has to opt only for the choice one. That is, they have to choose 3 DSCs of the major discipline. We do not recommend the possibility or combination 2 or 3 for the BA program students. They must choose all 3 DSCs from the major discipline only. There are some more points. 4 languages as GEs are compulsory for the BA program students. All the 4 languages you should complete by the year 2. That is in first year and second year or semester 1, 2, 3, 4. And BA program students have to choose DSCs only from the parent department. You can anytime refer to this particular presentation. It will be available on YouTube. So next we have GEs and DSCs for BA program students who are having one language as a core. So all such students, they have to again do English as GE in semester 1 and 3 and Hindi as GE in semester 2 and 4. Here again, in the fourth year, they must do 3 DSCs from the major discipline only. Now, there are so many important things for the students who are basically having one language as the core. Number 1, they have to study 4 languages as G. Number 2, they have to complete all 4 languages in the year 1 and 2, that is semester 1 to 4. And they have to complete only one languages as GE because one language is already there as a core. The condition is they have to study 4 languages. Now, since language is one of their core discipline, so as GE, they need to do only the one language. At least one of the 2 languages, either core or GE, should be a modern Indian language. Those who have not done any modern Indian language till class 8 shall choose GE from the open pool. If you choose GE language in odd semester, then GE language should be the same in semester 1 and 3. If you choose GE language in even semester, then the GE language should be same in the semester 2 and 4. So this is very, very important. Please do not make such a choice that you are trying to complete a requirement in an year, whether it is first year or second year. It is not year wise, it is odd semester, even semester. So whatever language you are choosing, you have to do that either in the even semester or in the odd semester. Odd means 1, 3, 5, 7. Even means semester 2, 4, 6, and 8. Take English GE language in odd semester. These are the guidelines specifically related or applicable to Sri Venkateshwara College. So students have to take GE language English in the odd semester and Hindi as GE language in even semester. And you have to choose DSCs only from your parent department. Next, we have students of B.Sc program Life Sciences. So the structure again remains the same, but in first year they can choose GEs from non-parent department, that is in semester 1 and 2. In semester 3 and 4, they should not choose any GE if they want a major degree. For getting major and minor, they should not choose any GE. They should only opt for DSEs. In semester 3, they can again choose GE from the non-parent department and DSE from the parent department only. And in the fourth year, we again do not recommend second and third choices or combinations for the BSc Life Sciences students. They must take 3 DSEs of the major discipline. If somebody is not looking for major and minor, then one can choose anything anytime. But there is no point of losing on major and minor degree if you're getting that option or the combination. Next, we have B.Sc program life science. These are very, very important instructions for the life science students. Number one, choose Ds and DSEs from the non-parent department. Choose DSEs from the parent department only. The first option again is only available in second and fourth year, not in first and third year. Third point is do not choose GE from the botany, chemistry, and zoology because these are your parent departments. Botany, chemistry, zoology, we call them BCZ. So these are your parent departments. If you want to do any GE, that has to be from some other departments, including botany, chemistry, zoology. If you want a major, then choose BSc in that discipline in semester 3 or 4. If you want a minor degree along with a major degree, then choose BSc major discipline in semester 3 or 4. And if you want a minor degree along with the major degree, then choose BSc minor discipline in semester 4 or 3. So this might be sounding a little confusing, but the point is for completing the requirement of getting major degree and minor degree in second year, that is in semester 3 and 4, you have to do a paper of major discipline as well as a paper of minor discipline. So if somebody is taking DSC of the major discipline in semester 3, he or she takes DSC of the minor discipline in the subsequent semester and vice versa. So basically one has to study both. If you do not want a major, then you may choose DE in semester 3 and 4. Then there is no point. There is no compulsion. I would not say point. There is no compulsion of choosing a GE in semester 3 and 4. But again, I will recommend that if one can get a major and a minor, one must go for it. Now for major degree, what one has to do? One has to study 8 DSCs. One has to complete 9 DSEs. One has to do dissertation or academic project or entrepreneurship or one extra DSE plus one skill-based course. And this is only possible for botany, chemistry, and zoology. Life sciences students cannot do major as well as minor in any other discipline excluding the botany, chemistry, and zoology. And for minor, they need 6 DSEs and 1 DSE. This is again possible in BCZ. Now we have BSc Honors Biological Science. The structure is same. There are no special instructions except the one. The only one instruction for them is they should choose DSEs of Biological Sciences only. Now, what steps a student should follow? Step number 1, please read all the notices published by Sri Venkateshwara College as well as University of Delhi. Until and unless you are clear with the notice, until and unless you are clear with the instructions given in the notice, until and unless you are clear with the rules and regulations of the University of Delhi, please do not fill the course allocation form. This is step number 1. Get acquaint yourself with all the tools. Number 2, choose a non-parent discipline. If you are from botany, then choose which discipline you would like to have as your minor. Choose that discipline not on the basis of which department is teaching or which teacher is teaching. Choose your discipline on the basis of your ultimate career objective, what you want to do in the life. So choose a paper. Do not choose anything else. Do not choose a paper just because your friends are taking that paper. You focus on your career. You focus on your career objective. You focus on your ultimate goal. And once you choose a non-parent discipline, you should check the eligibility and prerequisites of a particular paper which is being offered by that non-parent department as GE. Read the syllabus. Every time you opt a paper, you should read the syllabus of that particular paper, because there is a rule. If two papers are having more than 30% the same content, if the content 30% or more content is same, then credits of one of them will not be considered. Step 3, log into ERP. All of you will get your ERP login credentials very soon. You log into ERP, it is a college portal. You fill the course allocation form, that is CAF. Filling course allocation form is very, very mandatory. There is no other option of taking a particular GE. You just cannot sit in a particular class, attend classes without filling this particular form. There are no offline forms, no application is required. You just have to fill the course allocation form, and please do it before the deadline. Okay, do not wait for the last date, and give all three preferences. It is not like that if you want to opt for a particular G, you will definitely get it. Although we try our best to to give the first preference, but there are certain constraints because of which sometimes we need to give you your second or even third preference. So always give all three preferences. If you are not giving all three preferences, then you might get your fourth or 14th preference. Please remember this. So that is your fault if you are not giving all three preferences. And for any query, any doubt, you can always email us to the GE committee @fcc.ac.in. You can always contact me. I am Dr. Hari Singh. I am from Department of Electronics, and I am the convener of Generic Electric Course Committee. You can also contact any of the member of this committee. The list of the members is available on our website. I wish you all a very, very happy stay at Sri Venkateshwara family. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Moss.
Yeah, so we will proceed with the presentations from different departments. So I would like to invite Dr. Alok Kumar to carry on the rest of the sessions. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Mosmi ma'am, and thanks to Dr. Hari Singh sir for presenting the nomenclature for different courses and papers. So let's begin our presentation by inviting Department of Political Science. The topic for the G paper is nationalism in India. Anyone here from
Thank
Political
you.
Science
Thank you so
department?
much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just I will be sharing the PPT. 1 second.
Sir, how you are conducting as a political science? It is there na biochemistry in the list. As principals are said na one order. It is there.
Sir, sorry for the inconvenience. Actually, he has a flight, so he has just made a minor arrangement, minor adjustment.
Sir,
Please allow him
we
to
are
stay.
also want to go. Chalo, ठीक है sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
You are
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
you're audible.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
you are.
Because of some reason, I'm not able to share the slide. Department of Political Science in semester 1 will be offering this paper called Nationalism in India as the generic elective paper. And we will be having 3 sections, and that will be taken by various teachers like Dr. Ashish Kumar Thakur, myself, Dr. Hawcom, and one more faculty. They will be engaging students with this paper in semester 1. So the basic objective of this paper is to explore the Indian national movement, where the course is going to help a student understand India's anti-colonial struggle, to analyze it through multiple perspectives for example, liberal, Marxist, subaltern, nationalist perspective. Also, one of the objective is to examine internal tensions in nationalism, communalism, caste, class, gender, to examine the issue of social movement. Some of the themes that we will be referring to in this paper is approaches to the study of nationalism in India, reformism and anti-reformism in 19th century, nationalist politics and expansion of its social base, social movement, partisan and independent. Now, if you opt for this course, after the completion of this paper, you will be in a position to understand different theoretical frameworks of Indian nationalism, to trace the origin of the different phases of national movement, recognize the role of social movements in anti-colonial struggles, and analyze events around partisan, independence, and integration of different states. Now, why one would choose this paper? One of the reasons is that this paper deepens our understanding of modern Indian history. It sharpens critical thinking through multiple perspectives. It also encourages us to question and engage with real-world politics. And further, it builds a foundation for the studies in political science, history, and sociology. So I would request you all to opt for this paper offered by Department of Political Science. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have orientation by Department of Biochemistry, and the paper offered by Biochemistry Department is Molecules of Life, Department of Biochemistry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Garima Singh from Department of Biochemistry, and the generic elective we will be sharing from our department is Molecules of Life. Okay, so the basic eligibility for opting for this GE is that you should have class 12th with science as a stream. If you have science as a stream, you are eligible for this paper, that is Molecules of Life. And this paper holds 4 credits in total, 2 credits from theory and 2 credits from practical. Coming to the learning objective of this paper, Molecules of Life, is that through this paper, you will understand the different biomolecules, the different basic building blocks of life. So this is kind of an official entry or official study of biochemistry from the beginning. Okay, so this is the beginning of biochemistry studies officially, and you will understand the key properties of biomolecules, their biological roles, functions, physical and chemical aspects. And to give a glimpse of the syllabus, we will be having 5 units. Each unit will be covering 1 biomolecules, like amino acids and proteins will be unit 1. Unit 2 will be having carbohydrates. Unit 3, lipids. Unit 4, we will have nucleic acids. Unit 5 will be vitamins and coenzymes. In all these units, you will study about their structures, classification, properties, their chemical, physical nature. And the practicals also, these are the list of the practicals. And in short, the practicals are the qualitative and the quantitative test to identify these biomolecules. Okay. So the learning outcome of this paper, Molecules of Life, After successful completion of the course, the student will be well trained in knowing the structure, the function, classification, biological importance of each biomolecule. You will be learned in chemical and physical properties of amino acids, carbohydrates, lipids, and nucleic acids. And you will also be thorough with the qualitative and quantitative test for each of these biomolecules. Okay, these are some of the essential readings. If you are interested, you can go through either of the book to select for this GE. Thank you. I am Dr. Garima Singh. You can contact me via this email for any queries. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Next, we have Department of Botany. Department of Botany is offering Green Belt Development and Urban Management for Smart Cities as a general elective.
हो गया हमारा
मैं तो कर लाऊंगा आज शिक्षा का डिफरेंस मैं कर लाऊंगा
हमारा हो गया
आज सुबह 5 बजे का उठो वैसे तो सोए नहीं मैं सच्ची में नहीं हम तो सोच रहे थे कि क्या लाओ तो मैं बंदा
Garima ma'am, I would like to request you to please mute yourself.
8:45
हाँ आ रहा है सर, एक मिनट, शेयर नहीं हो रहा है. गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी. Share. It is visible, no, ma'am? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Visible.
Good evening, everybody. The Department of Botany is offering Greenbelt Development for the Smart Cities for GE Paper 1. And due to the world is facing two main negative consequences. One is climate change and global warming. To overcome these issues, now only one option is there. We have to develop the green cover on the earth. So if you see in the how the climate will different from the if greenery is there without greenery is there. If you see in Delhi, like cities now, cement concrete is full of occupied. There is no greenery much areas. So those areas might require for the development or improvement of the greenery. And the temperature also you can see without greenery and with greenery. How the difference is there. It is 10 degree. It maximum it play a major role in the summer season. And India in Delhi, like cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, or Chennai, whatever big cities are there in India, we are facing two main negative consequences. One is the air pollution and wastewater management treatment. These two, we have to overcome these issues through the development of greenery in the India and wastewater treatment. If you see in Delhi, like city, the greenery cover is very minimal. Because of that, every year we are facing for the air pollution problem and water treatment problem and polluted water we are not treating. As usual, we are releasing into the natural rivers and वगैरह. So because of this, Government of India introduced to student with one of the key program, Green Skill Development under the Skill India Mission. The aim of the program is acquiring student with the various methods and techniques to use development of the green infrastructure for the smart cities. So why Greenbelt Development Program is there? For this reason, estimate of the green cover in cities, how to manage air pollution with the help of Greenery Development Program, how to manage wastewater and how to utilize the treated wastewater to further uses. And why should we opt this course is we have to give better pollution-free environment for the future generations. And this green belt development for smart cities, it contains 4 credits, 3 for the theory, 2 for the theory, 2 for the practicals. In the theory 2 credits, we have total 7 units. First unit we will study the introduction of the this green belt uses in the smart cities, and second unit we will study pollution and carbon emission, and fourth unit plant and pollutant interaction we will study. Fifth unit structural and functional aspect of the green belt we will study. Fifth unit is there green belt for the mitigating climate change we will study, and sixth unit is there wastewater treatment through the constructed wetlands, how we can construct the wetland, how it will be useful for the polluted water treatment, and finally economics of green infrastructure. This is the 5 syllabus is there. Ours also I am given for this one. and the total 2 credits are there for the practicals. Total 7 is there, and these 7 mostly it is a field based practicals. We will go for the field or near campus or surrounding areas. First one is there methods for the vegetation sampling and calculation of the IVI value, and measuring of the tree height and cover of estimation of green cover an area, estimation of the total carbon stock of an area, methods of selection of plants according to the pollution load, both air and water pollution, open source softwares for the mapping of GIS points, and green cover maps we can prepare. And the final 2 practicals are there. One is dissolved oxygen, biochemical oxygen demand, and total dissolved solid. This all we will study in the practicals. For these practicals now we will go for the sampling collection from the field study. And the outcome of the after completion of this course, this is the outcome of this GE program. One is their importance of the greenery development in the city. We will learn and use their skill enhancing for the green infrastructure development, assess and describe and use of the appropriate plants for the restoring polluted environment, measure the biotic abiotic factors contributing the sustainable and healthy environment. And career opportunities there, becoming an entrepreneur in the greenery development programs and air pollution control and wastewater treatment programs in the smart cities, becoming a greenery development professional in the cities, and launching your own NGOs and become an advisory person for the government of India also. Thank you for this one. If you have any doubt, let me know. Department of Botany ready to give any problems. Are there any? If you have any doubt, is there? We will clarify. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have orientation by Department of Chemistry. And Chemistry Department is offering atomic structure and chemical bonding at generic electric.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. The Department of Chemistry, Sri Venkateswara College, is offering a generic elective 1 for this NAP courses for the semester 1 students. The course title for this generic elective is Atomic Structure and Chemical Bonding. So the course objectives. So this paper has only 2 units. The first unit is atomic structure, as the title mentioned, and the second unit is chemical bonding. So this course objective of this paper is it reviews the structure of the atoms, complete structure of the atoms, and it provides the basic knowledge about bonding in chemical species. And apart from the theory, you will have an hands-on training on particular basic titration techniques also. So this paper has only 4 credits, total 4 credits. The theory component has 2 credits, as well as practical components has 2 credits. So learning outcomes from this paper is, so the theory components, as I mentioned, there are only two credits you have. So, and also this paper is having only 2 units. The first unit is atomic structure. This atomic structure gives you the information about the structure of atom and electronic configuration, as well as shapes of the orbitals. And the second unit, chemical bonding, gives you the information, and it mainly discuss about the ionic bonding, covalent bonding, and the shapes of the different molecules formed from the particular elements. So these 2 units clearly gives you information of the basic knowledge, which you have already gone through in your +2, that we are extending here in more deeply in the form of this paper, atomic structure and chemical bonding. Coming to the practical component. So practical component of this paper has 2 credits, that means 4 hours per week. So this practical component only having 2 different type of titrations, the 2 basic titrations, that is acid-base titrations and redox titrations. So you will be surely understand the theory behind the structure of atoms and the bonding, the chemical bonding involved in particular molecules, as well as this paper gives you a complete hands-on training on the titration techniques, which will be very helpful. And this paper is very easy and simple also, because you already gone through these topics in your previous +2. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Department of Commerce. Department of Commerce is offering business organization as generic elective.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I hope you can see my screen as well.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we are offering this GE paper, Business Organization. This paper is offered by Department of Commerce. It's a 4-credit paper, 3 theory, 1 tuned. So I'll be taking you through like why you need to study this paper, this business organization. See, it's a mandatory paper. First of all, it's a mandatory paper if you are thinking of taking commerce as your minor. Okay. This is the roadmap of your business organization paper. So what we are going to do, first we are going to understand the different business forms. So you do not have to worry about all the jargons and terminologies that are used in business world, because we're going to create the foundation for you through this paper. So here in this paper, we are going to understand what are different business forms. Okay, there are different business forms exist in the market. Why do these business forms are there? Okay, why you should opt for that business form? What is the environment in which the business is operating? How this environment affects business and how business affects the environment, the working environment. Third, analyzing business models. You must have seen different business models. Every business has a different model. One model works for one business, another model works for another business. So we're going to deconstruct that as well, like how this business model suit which type of organization. Fourthly, we are going to cover the emerging challenges that these business organizations are facing nowadays. So what we are going to deconstruct that as well. And we're going to learn how we can overcome these challenges. And we're also going to study the evolving work patterns nowadays, because since the things are changing, the business organizations, the way they operate, they are also changing. So we are going to learn that. Another thing, why you need to study and what are you going to gain from learning this paper. The very first thing that you're going to learn is holistic perspective, like how businesses operate, right? Different type of decisions that you need to make in different scenarios, the leadership roles that you need to take, how to generate this leadership role, right? You cannot be, leadership is something that can be learned over time. So we are going to teach that also, how to take up the leadership roles in your groups, in your organization. Now, along with that, it's important to understand that whatever theoretical knowledge we are gaining, it's important how to implement that. So we are going to do that as well through practical application, right? Through exercises. So different exercises, as you can see, I have listed over here. We are not limited to these exercises only, but these are certain type of exercises that we are going to engage in this paper to understand how to apply the knowledge, the theoretical knowledge into the real practical world. Okay, so if you really a person who wants to understand how the market operates, how these business operates, you should go for this paper. This is the paper Business Organization offered by Department of Commerce. My name is Angel Josie Lakra. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Department of Economics. Economics department is offering Principle of Microeconomics first as a GE. Anyone from Economics department?
I think the TIC, Dr. Brahma Reddy had joined, but I don't know, he's not there in the meeting right now. We can.
Dr. Mosmi, he will present at the last. There
Okay.
are some issues.
Yeah, okay, so we can carry on with the next presentation.
Okay, next orientation by Department of Electronics. Department of Electronics is offering data engineering and analytics.
Good evening, everyone. So I'll just share my slides. I hope it is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so very good evening to all the students. I'm Dr. Rakhi from Department of Electronics. And for semester 1, we are offering data engineering and analytics for the academic session 25-26. Now, as we all know that we are using internet day in, day out, and these are some of the figures which are very startling to know that in every single minute there are almost 6.3 million Google searches. And according to website Statistica, total amount of data which is predicted to be created, captured, and generated, consumed globally was around 97 zettabytes. That was the number in 2022. And it was projected to grow to a startling amount of 181 zettabytes. So what are we doing with this data, which is generating every minute, every second on the internet? So there the job of data engineers, data analysts come into picture, because we need to make sense of that data, which is generated every minute on the internet. So data engineering is a field, or we call it to be an art of basically making data useful and accessible for the further analysis and to make certain decisions based on which businesses can grow, they can prosper. So there are three major aspects of data engineering. One is foundation building, wherein the focus is primarily on designing and building robust systems where we collect the data, store the data. So data servers, repositories which are set up, data pipelines are set up. So it is nothing but the architectural backbone which supports all the data-driven initiatives. So that is one pillar of data engineering. The second one is ensuring the reliability. Yes, true, we are able to store the data, but how to reliably manage it, how to make it more accessible, filter it out, clean it out for subsequent analysis, because the data can be misleading also. We need to filter out the true information out of it to derive insights, right? So that is the second pillar. And the third is empowering the analysts, because analysts are going to rely on the data which is being given to them, right? So data engineers' job is to basically provide the data scientists or the analysts with the high quality data, which they will be using it for further analysis, for building up the ML models, right? Or building up databases, APIs, and will also be used for IoT. So this is what data engineering field is all about, what a data engineer is supposed to do. So as you can see in the hierarchy, the data engineers comes at the bottom part only because they are basically involved in creating the data flows, creating data pipelines, maintaining or creating or setting up the infrastructure, making data repositories, right? And then further on comes the job of a data scientist, because they work on the data which is now cleaned and filtered out. And then comes the job of a machine learning engineer. So this is the hierarchy in this field. Now, what you can expect from this paper, this is the course curriculum. It is basically a 4-credit paper wherein there are 3 credits are there for the theory and 1 credit is for the practical. So there are going to be 2 practical classes every week. And in the course, we are going to cover, so in the first unit will give you actually a background of the mathematical and the statistical tools which are required to work in this field or to work with the data. Unit 2 will give you an idea about what data engineering is, what are its basic concepts, what a data engineer does, how to create pipelines. There are different architectures which are involved, what are different data repositories, and you will also get to know a little bit about the cloud, because right now lot many applications are based on the cloud. People are not investing, or if you are a newcomer, you will obviously not want to invest too much money in setting up your own repository. So you can use cloud as for data storage. So you'll get to know about how to do such stuff with cloud computing. So the language that we'll be making use of for learning all these aspects, the practical aspects, will be Python. So we will learn about the essential Python libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, SciPy, and Stats model. Unit 3 and 4 will be entirely based on the application part, where we'll be using different Python libraries for the purpose of data cleaning, data filtering, wrangling, munging, and followed by data aggregation and the analytics part. So unit 3 and 4 is basically the all practical aspects of dealing with real life data set and how to make sense of it and how to make the data useful and reliable, right? So this is the entire course curriculum. This is the practical part that we will be working on during the lab classes. And these are the learning outcomes that a student who opts for this paper, who will be able to learn about different data analysis tools using the Python libraries, that is pandas, and developing an understanding of basic data analysis techniques, collecting of data, doing data exploration, cleaning, filtering, munging the data, manipulating the data, and solving some real world data analysis problems using the libraries of pandas, and ultimately building data science applications using Python toolkits. So these are going to be the learning outcomes. And there's a prerequisite for this paper. It's not an eligibility, I would say, but there's a prerequisite that if you have a background of Python language, or for that matter, any other programming language, it will be really useful for you. So there is no eligibility, I would say, that you have to really show us that I have studied this part as part of my curriculum. But if you have knowledge of any of the programming language, that will actually be a great addition to the learning trajectory. So that's it from my side. And if you have any queries, you can contact me or contact our department at this email ID. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have orientation by Department of English. Department of English is offering Indian English Literature.
Yes, I'm Mr. Nikhil Yadav, Dr. Nikhil Yadav from the English department. And today I'm going to tell you about the two courses that we are offering. One is for non-English honor students, which is the generic elective paper, which is open to all students who are not from the English stream themselves. The prerequisite requirements of the paper are very minimal. You ought to have just passed standard 12, which you all have. So you can take this paper, which is an extremely popular paper. Every year we have a lot of takers for this. As the name itself suggests, it's self-explanatory. It's Indian English literatures. It is the period of post-independence India in which literatures were produced in the language of our colonizers, English language. So you will have texts like, you will be reading a novel, you will be reading short stories, you will be reading poets. These are going to be the 3 units which are going to be covered. And you have 1 unit which will be there for your tutorials. So the total all credits for the paper are 4 credits, 3 for your lecture classes on these 3 units, and 1 for your tutorial, your internal assessment thing, which also you should know a little bit about. It's the same as any of your major papers that you're taking, your own parent paper. You have internal assessment, so there'll be writing exercises and tutorials, regular tutorials for the paper, and you will be made to engage with texts which depict post-independent Indian reality. So for example, the first unit itself is a great novel, an iconic novel by Vikram Seth called The Suitable Boy. That is there in the course. And that novel is set immediately in post-partition India, though it was written much later, but it is set in the early 1950s. And that introduces you to the problems of the emergent nation, problems like communalism, casteism, politics, family values, relationships, and all done through the filter of a writer who's engaging with all aspects. It's set all over the country in different cities and districts of the country. So this would be the first unit that you will be doing. It is, I have to admit at this point, a paper which is very reading intensive. If anybody is familiar with Vikram Seth's works and Vikram Seth novel. The first unit itself is about 1300-page novel. So you have to read a lot. So it appeals mostly to people who have reading as a habit, a hobby, which they've been inculcating through their school years, and a more rigorous, intensive engagement with it in how we deal with a whole range of regional, cultural, social and political locations within India. So there are writers who are, for example, writing about Indian reality, but then you also have writers who are writing about migrant realities, people who were born in post-independence India, but who have migrated elsewhere and are writing still about India, continue to write still about India. So these readings will be very deeply critical. It will introduce what literary criticism means, how to engage in a professional manner with the literary text. This might just have been your hobby, but this will now show you just how to read and express your own views about how you read a book itself. So it's in that sense an introduction to literary studies also through the medium of writings which have been there in Indian English literatures. The overall learning objective of this course is to inculcate an in-depth understanding of some of the issues which shape literary production, right? From the point of writing to publishing to readership to analysis within the classroom, how that is done. So it will create a more in-depth understanding of, and this will clearly change the way you've been reading literature till now. It might have been a lazy hobby till now, but it will become a more professional and rigorous exercise, a very intensive exercise from this point onwards. The first unit I've already told you about is Vikram Seth, A Suitable Boy. The second unit is a short story unit. Again, 1 hour per week, you will be having one class dedicated to this unit. This includes writers, post-independent writers like feminist writers like Shashi Deshpande. This includes migrant writers like Salman Rushdie, Rohinton Mistry, Indian English, more recent Indian English writing through the writing of Vikram Chandra. So you may have been familiar with these names, but now they will become a part of your literary armor. So this would be your second unit. The third unit is a poetry unit. Again, modern Indian post-independence writing, poetry writing, including poets like Kamala Das, Nissim Ezekiel, Arun Kolatkar, Mamang Dai, a writer who's representing northeastern realities through her poetry. So people have been chosen from all different walks of life, from various regions, from various backgrounds, to represent a totality of it. And the questions that we will be asking in this paper is, how successful is writing English literature within the Indian context? Can it really totally represent all Indian contexts equally well, or is it located in some localized, specialized areas only? Like, is it cosmopolitan, or it can relate even to rural life as well? Can it write about that? So these would be the questions that we would be looking at. The learning outcomes of this course are as follows. By studying this course, you will be able to comprehend regional differences in the issues discussed and in socio-cultural context. You would also be able to analyze the use of English language by non-native speakers and writers as well. So Indian context in all its various regional differences is represented in this paper. If, as I again said, reading has been a hobby of yours, then this is a great paper for you to take up. And we have in fact a range of GE papers which are all intensive literature papers. So you can look to minor by taking 7 GE papers of English language, and in the first, this one is the paper that we are offering. It has it has no practical components, but it has some suggestive readings, background suggestive readings, which would be taken up in the tutorial classes with you. So this paper is very good for you if reading has been one of your dreams and passions. And I will drop in my email ID in the chat box, and you can reach out to English department on its email ID or directly to me, who is the TIC of the English department. Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
will
sir.
Yes, for non-English honors, I'm complete. I have to also speak about the program students, the GE that they have.
Okay.
Right? So the generic elective, which is there for BA program students, it's a mandatory paper. Everybody who's doing BA program will be doing this paper, which is called GE Language 1. The title is English Language Through Literature, right? So you would be, BA program would be doing two portions of this paper, the first portion in the first semester and the second portion in the third semester. And this is in a flip mode. So, second semester and fourth semester will come later to other students. For example, BCom program students will do it in later semesters. So this, again, the distribution, the eligibility of the paper is that it's a 4-credit paper, 3 lectures and 1 tutorial, and minimal eligibility criteria. You ought to have passed class 12. There are no other prerequisites for this course, but this is, in a sense, an extension of the way that you were reading literature in CBSE, your the 12th CBSE syllabus. So this is, in that sense, not a very difficult paper to maneuver through. It extends the questions which you must have already arisen in your mind when you were doing, and it extends the intellectual capacity that you've already developed till class 12. You will be just extending that. The learning objectives of this course are that it develops the ability and confidence of students to process, understand, and examine different kind of texts. What is a text in the world indeed? What does it do in the world? And they encounter things in their everyday life. How to represent your everyday life. You will be able to do that by writing various kinds of notices, paraphrases, how a text could be admitted into an English oriented workload. So also the other learning objectives are that you will be understanding social context behind writings. So what some issue-based, theme-based writings will be there in this paper. The issues, say, for example, very current issues which are there, which have to do with, say, the problem that farmers are facing in India, or the problems of the migrants all across the world. These are the contexts from which this writing is developed in this paper. So you'll be recognizing the sources of this writing. You will be able to distinguish between fact and opinion, and you will be able to produce objective writing, not just your own opinion, but something which is backed by references. Comprehension skills are a very important aspect of it. Your exams usually are a pattern in which there is a lot of comprehension passages which you have to engage with: listening, reading, skimming, summarizing, précis writing, paraphrasing. So these are some of the objectives of this paper. Ultimately, our goal is that you should be able to create an essay or write a thesis statement, produce topic sentences, develop it into paragraphs, skills and suitable transition between paragraphs, how to develop your thought into a concrete piece of writing, to enable students to write expository, argumentative, and descriptive modes, to help you understand different kind of writings: letters, program reports, press releases. How do you read newspapers, feature articles, fiction, non-fiction? How to engage with poetry as a specialized tool. So these are some of the learning objectives. As I told you, this is a 3-credit paper, 4-credit paper, out of which 3 are your lecture classes, in which we have 3 units. Unit 1 is understanding everyday text. These are largely journalistic pieces which are written in various blogs or various newspapers. They are culled from there, and you read that. As I said, a context building understanding is very important. You ought to be able to translate your everyday experience into written pieces. So this is something which will make you engage with the current climate of things which are happening around you. Unit 2 is understanding drama. Here you have a very short drama with a very important Tamil writer, C.S. Lakshmi, who writes in English, and there is a drama by her which you would be doing in this. This is again not a very difficult unit. The third unit, which poses certain challenges, is the unit which will be understanding poetry. So basically 3 units: everyday text, drama, and poetry will be there. Here you have Indian writers, Indian poets, American poets, African writing, English writing. These are all represented in each of the essential readings of this paper. There are no practical components, and all the writing that I've mentioned up till now is essential writing. It is to be considered. Everything has to be done in the class with you, and it does not have any further background reading to it. These are the only readings which you will have to do in this. And since it's a compulsory paper, everybody has to take it. It will be divided into 2 to 3 sections, and each section will be met by different teacher from the English department. There is not one single teacher who will be teaching all. You will be introduced to the entire English department when you are doing this paper. Again, I will leave my email ID and our department email ID in the chat box. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have orientation by Department of Hindi.
नमस्कार, क्या मेरी आवाज सब तक पहुंच रही है?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके। सबसे पहले मैं निखिल जी का बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी कि उन्होंने भाषा की बात करते हुए अंग्रेजी की जो बातें कही वो हिंदी के लिए भी मेरे रास्ते को बहुत ही आसान कर दिया। अभी विश्व मंच पर अपनी पहचान बनाने के लिए भाषा के साथ जो चोली दामन का साथ रहा है वो सिनेमा का है। तो सिनेमा के माध्यम से दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय के अकादमिक अकाओं ने युवा वर्ग की नब्ज को बहुत अच्छे से पकड़ा और भाषा के ही नहीं, भारत के चारों सूत्रों को एक साथ पिरोने के लिए, साहित्य को आपके सामने लाने के लिए सिनेमा की मदद ली। तो जीई में कैसे सिनेमा और हिंदी भाषा और साहित्य का उद्भव दोनों का कैसे साथ चलेगा, तो प्रोफेसर रामकिशोर जी आपको इसके बारे में सारा विस्तार से अवगत कराएंगे। और मैं उनसे निवेदन करती हूँ कि प्रोफेसर रामकिशोर यादव कृपया हिंदी की जी की पूरी विश्लेषण इस सभा के सामने रखिएगा। धन्यवाद।
हाँ, नमस्कार सभी को। और हिंदी विभाग की ओर से सभी ऑनर्स के विद्यार्थियों के लिए हिंदी सिनेमा और उसका अध्ययन, ये सिर्फ ऑनर्स के विद्यार्थियों के लिए है और ये 4 क्रेडिट का पेपर है। 3+1, 3 लेक्चर और 1 ट्यूटोरियल की क्लासेस है, जिसमें असाइनमेंट, इंटरनल असेसमेंट सेम पैटर्न पे है जो डीएससी में है। कंटिन्यूअस असेसमेंट में भी इसका पार्ट है। ये 4 यूनिट्स में अलग अलग बटे हुए, जिसमें हिंदी सिनेमा का इतिहास पॉपुलर है, हिंदी सिनेमा के साथ साथ उनकी जो टेक्निक और जो कैमरे है उनकी भूमिका है, समाज शास्त्रीय जो इसकी दृष्टि, और चौथे कुछ फिल्म है जिसमें मुगले आजम है और दीवार जैसे फिल्मों का इसमें आपको पढ़ने के लिए मिलेगा, जिसमें आप सभी, जिसमें भाषा है, इसकी पटकथा है और इसमें जो अभिनय के जो अलग अलग रूप हो सकते हैं उस पर भी पूरी प्रविधि के तहत हमारे विभाग की तरफ से आपको बताया जाएगा। पटकथा लेखन कैसे होता है और इसमें जो महत्वपूर्ण संवाद है, आप एक संवाद उदाहरण देता हूं कि आपके पास गाड़ी है, बंगला है, घोड़ा है, मेरे पास माँ है। तो इस तरह की कई ऐसे जीवंत आपको भाषाएं मिलेंगी जिसमें हिंदी से अलग इतर भी हिंदी इतर भाषाएं जो हैं उनको भी आपको समाजशास्त्रीय दृष्टिकोण से भी, भारतीय राजनीतिक दृष्टिकोण से अलग अलग विषयों को समाहित करते हुए ये बहुत ही पॉपुलर कोर्स है हिंदी सिनेमा और उसका अध्ययन, जिसमें पहली बोलती फिल्म जो आलम आरा है उसके बारे में भी आपको मिलेगा और इसके साथ जो शोले फिल्म है, कई ऐसे फिल्मों की जो पटकथाएं हैं और उसके साथ साथ जो बहुत पॉपुलर फिल्में हैं, जो बजट ज्यादा कमाने वाले फिल्में हैं, उनका भी अलग अलग इसमें विश्लेषण मिलेगा। और हमारे शिक्षक गण जितने विभाग के हैं सभी आपको बताएंगे। विशेष अगर इसमें कुछ ज्यादा आपको रुचि चाहिए होगा तो हिंदी विभाग के प्रोफेसर पूनम सूद मैम और मैं भी रामकिशोर यादव हूँ, अन्य साथी भी आपको इसमें लाभान्वित कराएंगे। इसकी जो पूरी तकनीकी और प्रविधि है, जिसमें जूम आउट है, जूम इन है, पूरी कैमरा है, कैमरा की मूवमेंट्स है, ये सारे आपको इस हिंदी सिनेमा और उसका अध्ययन में बताए जाएंगे। ये ऑनर्स कोर्स के विद्यार्थियों के लिए है। बाकी विशेष रूप से आप डिपार्टमेंट में मिलेंगे तो आपको सकारात्मक और इसके जो अलग अलग विशिष्ट पहलू हैं, जो गंभीर विषयों को डील करते हैं, उसमें भी हम आपको बताएंगे। अब जो बीकॉम प्रोग्राम के विद्यार्थी हैं, वो बीकॉम प्रोग्राम के विद्यार्थियों के लिए हिंदी साहित्य का उद्भव और विकास, ये 3 पेपर हैं। यानी जो 12वीं तक हिंदी पढ़े हैं, 12th तक, उनके लिए हिंदी क है, हिंदी साहित्य का उद्भव विकास हिंदी क। जो 10वीं तक जिन्होंने स्टूडेंट ने हिंदी पढ़ी है, उनके लिए हिंदी ख। और जो 8वीं क्लास तक या नीचे तक पढ़े हैं, उनके लिए हिंदी ग है। ये भी 4 क्रेडिट्स का पेपर है। इसमें भी इंटरनल असेसमेंट, कंटिन्यूअस असेसमेंट सेम मॉड्यूल्स में है और 4 यूनिट में विभाजित है, जिसमें पहला हिंदी भाषा से संबंधित है, दूसरा हिंदी साहित्य का इतिहास है, तीसरा मध्यकालीन हिंदी कविता है और चौथा आधुनिक हिंदी कविता है। ये हिंदी ए में भी सेम है, हिंदी बी में भी सेम है और हिंदी सी में। हाँ, कवि जरूर बदल जाएंगे। जैसे इसमें हिंदी में कबीर दास है, अगर पढ़ाना है कविता के रूप में, तो उसमें आपको मीराबाई आ जाएंगी, सूरदास आ जाएंगे। ऐसे कवि चेंज हो गए, या कवि अगर सेम है तो उनकी कविताएं जो है अलग हो जाएंगी। जैसे इसमें आपको मान लिया कि लगा देते हैं, कबीर की कोई पंक्ति लगा देते हैं कि बुरा देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिला कोई, तो इस तरह से वहां बदल जाएगा, जो है दूसरे पंक्तियां आ जाएंगी जो आपको पढ़ाने के लिए पद में मिलेंगे। लेकिन जो भाषा की प्रविधि है सेम रहेगा। भाषा का विकास कैसे हुआ, विकास के जो विविध चरण हैं, कौन कौन सी बोलियां हैं, उनका जो विकास है, आपको इसमें बृहद तरीके से भाषाई प्रविधि पर एक्सपर्टीज दिया जाएगा हिंदी विभाग की तरफ से। इसके साथ साथ आधुनिक समय में जो जिस तरह के हिंदी भाषा की जरूरतें हैं और उनके ऊपर भी विशिष्ट दृष्टि आपको दी जाएगी यहाँ। और इसके तहत आप जो आजकल के जो बदलते समय में जो भाषा की जो गरिमा और भाषा की जो उपयोगिता है, आपके होगा। तो सभी विद्यार्थियों से निवेदन करता हूं कि आप जो बीकॉम प्रोग्राम के विद्यार्थी हैं, वो हिंदी क, हिंदी ख और हिंदी ग, ये 4 यूनिट्स में अलग अलग हैं। विशेष अगर कुछ चाहिए हो कि सिलेबस से संबंधित, इनके विषय से में से संबंधित कोई अगर कंटेंट मटेरियल की जरूरत होगा तो पूरे हिंदी विभाग आपको मुहैया कराएगा। हम सकारात्मक रूप से आपसे साथ खड़े रहेंगे। थैंक यू, धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। एक विशेष बात के साथ अपनी बात खत्म करना चाहूंगी। जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा, हिंदी ना मिलेगी दोबारा। दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय के सौजन्य से आपको अपने साथ जुड़े रहने से, अपने मन से, अपने देश से और इस आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के समय में, उसके संकट के समय में अपनी भावनाओं को व्यक्त करने में और अपने मन को सशक्त करने में हिंदी आपकी एकमात्र सहायिका है। धन्यवाद सहायता के लिए डॉक्टर रामकिशोर जी। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद सभी, नमस्कार।
So next presentation is from the history department. History is offering Delhi through the ages, the making of its early modern history. It will be presented by Dr. Nuti Namita. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the paper, GE paper, my name is Dr. Noti Namita, and the GE paper which History Department of Sri Venkateshwara College will be offering is Delhi Through the Ages, Making of Its Early Modern History. This is a very interesting paper as you will be learning about the history of Delhi from its inception till the 18th century. It's a pretty long period to engage in, but it's not done in a very factual, chronological manner as such. It is basically picking up few of the monuments and few of the cultural practices which were prevalent in Delhi over a period of time, and then focusing on them and learning about them. The objective of this paper is to basically making the students aware of the changing patterns of Delhi since its inception till the 18th century. And also to understand how Delhi has changed and has grown in its size and in its stature, and also became the capital of the greatest empires of India. And even today, it is the capital of India. So what is the process through which it gained such a stature? Then third, we also learn about the vibrant cultural and cosmopolitan nature of Delhi, and how people from all over Asia, West Asia, Middle East, and other people were attracted to Delhi, and they came over to Delhi to stay and contribute to its cultural growth. We'll learn about certain cultural practices like Sufism, etc., and which will also make Delhi so great. So this is a very interesting paper, as I told you. And apart from the syllabus which we'll be doing, the students are required to also do a project related to any monument of Delhi as part of the CA. As you know, CA is a very important aspect of NEP. And as part of CA, you will be required to do a project on any of the monuments of your liking, not only the monuments, but even cultural practices like Sufism and other things in Delhi, art and culture and literature. Anything, whichever you like, you can do a project on that. And also, as part of the CA, we are required to visit any one of the monuments in Delhi. We have visited several monuments over a period of several years. And this time also, I will take you to one of the monuments which you choose, and then we'll learn about that. And then you'll have to write a report on your visit, how the visit went, and etc. The syllabus of this paper is divided into 4 units. First unit is ancient Delhi and its adjoining sites like Indraprasth, Hastinapur, Panipat, Tilpat. The second part is Ashokan edicts, Mehroli iron pillar, and Lal Kot. Second unit is from settlements to cityscape, understanding the 10th and 14th century cities of Delhi. In this, basically the Sultanate period, we'll be discussing about the various monuments and the various capitals which emerged during the 10th and the 14th century, like Anandpur Fort, Delhi Kuna, Siri, Gyaspur, Kilokri, Tughlakabad, and Firozabad. Unit 3 is from 16th to 17th century Delhi, mainly again the Mughal Delhi. In this, you will be learning about Humayun's Garden Tomb and Shah Jahanabad. The Unit 4 is the last, that is 18th century Delhi, understanding political and social change. Basically, in this unit, we'll be learning about the decline of the Mughal power. in Delhi, not of Delhi as such. Delhi retained its vibrancy, it retained its supremacy in art and culture and everything, but the political power of the Mughal was declining during this period. This paper is good for all those history enthusiasts who want to know about Delhi, and who also want to understand the significance of conserving and protecting the monuments which have survived so many turbulences, so many vicissitudes, and still are standing in different parts of Delhi. You can, whenever you are walking around or going by bus or going by metro, you can see some monuments, standing there, and how to understand those, and you need to preserve those. That, if you are interested in, you must take this paper, and it is important to know about, of course, your capital. So that is there. This is like some of the monuments, the heritage of Delhi, a glimpse of Delhi's heritage. And as also everyone else, other teachers have also pointed out, this is again a 4-credit paper, 1 tutorial and 3 lectures. There are no practical component to it except for the visit to the monument, which is a part of the tutorial and part of the CA as well. My name is Dr. Nuti Namita, and my email is nutinamita@svc.ac.in. If you have any queries, if you want to contact me, you can contact me through this email ID. Okay, so hope to see you in my class, and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have orientation by Department of Mathematics. Mathematics department is offering fundamental of calculus as generic elective paper.
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. My name is Arushi. This semester, Department of Mathematics is offering fundamentals of calculus. Okay. So this is a total of 4. Okay, I'm not able to move my cursor. Okay, so this is a total 4-credit course where 3 credits are allotted to lecture and 1 to tutorial. No prerequisite is required. The only eligibility criteria is that students must have passed class 12th with mathematics. The primary objective of this course is to understand the quantitative change in the behavior of the variables and apply them on problems related to the environment. The learning outcomes of this course is to enable students to understand continuity and differentiability in terms of limits, describe asymptotic behavior in terms of limits involving infinity, understand the importance of mean value theorems and its applications, learn about Maclaurin series expansion of elementary functions, how to use derivatives to explore the behavior of a function, locating and classifying its extrema, and graphing the polynomial and rational functions. This whole course is divided in total of 3 units. Unit 1 focuses on limits and continuity, types of discontinuities, differentiability of functions, how to calculate nth derivatives using successive differentiation, Leibniz theorem, partial differentiation, Euler's theorem on homogeneous functions. Second unit focuses on Rolle's theorem, mean value theorems and applications to monotonic functions and inequalities, how to use Taylor's theorem to expand functions, Taylor series, Maclaurin series, and indeterminate forms. Unit 3 focuses on concavity and inflection points, asymptotes, relative extrema, and how to trace graphs of polynomial functions, rational functions, and some other equations. Calculus has a wide range of applications. Like in architecture, integration is used to determine the precise amount of material required. Flight engineers prefer calculus when planning their critical flights. It is used in medical science to calculate the precise growth of bacterial cultures and for modeling disease spread. It allows for preventive measures and treatment strategies to be developed based on how quickly a virus is expected to spread. Calculus is used by statisticians to interpret survey data. This concept aids in accurate survey prediction. It is used in physics to calculate center of mass, center of gravity, electric and magnetic field. It is used to describe the motion of objects. Derivatives are used to calculate objects' velocity and acceleration. It is also used to study the propagation of light and behavior of optical instruments like lenses and mirrors. Calculus helps companies to decide the most efficient way to produce goods and the quickest route for delivery services. This helps to minimize cost and maximize efficiency. Calculus helps us to quantify how things move over time, like a way a rocket accelerates into space. In economics, it is used to study elasticity of demand, which is important for businesses to set prices and for governments to understand the impact of taxation on consumption. Students should opt for this paper as general elective because not only it is easy and scoring, but will also help in developing strong analytical skills. So if you get a minor degree in mathematics, so this will add value to your resume and will open up more academic and career opportunities. This course will be taken by Miss Monica Meena and Mr. Anuj Kumar. I will be sharing their email IDs on chat box, so either you can email them for further information or you can also meet them in the mathematics department. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have orientation by Department of Physical Education. Department of Physical Education. Anyone from Department of Physical Education? Okay.
Sir, you can call the
next
department.
Next orientation by Department of Physics. Department of Physics is offering mechanics or mathematical physics as a generic elective.
Yes, I would like to share my screen. The screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I am Anil Kumar from Physics Department, and in this semester we are offering a GE mechanics course for the all first year students. So this is a 4 credit course and 3 are lectures. One is a practical session. So the prerequisites are nil. So this course is quite exciting and interesting also. So the learning outcomes are quite interesting, and where you can learn so many interesting physical principles like energy conservation, angular momentum conservation, and other things, momentum conservation, and all the things you can know, conservation principles, all conservation principles you know in this course. And apart this one, you are also having quite a good understanding on Kepler's laws and geosynchronous orbits and satellite and circular orbits, and all these concepts you will be understanding very well. And the basic description of simple pendulum and compound pendulums, oscillations, all these things you can understand. So these are the learning outcomes, and quite interesting one more learning outcome is there, that is the special theory of relativity. So after learning the Newtonian mechanical concept, you are going to learn about the special theory of relativity. So in this special theory of relativity, you can able to understand mass and energy conservations, all things you can know. So these, apart this one, the laboratory aspects are quite interesting. So whatever you can learn in the theoretical class, you are going to do hands-on experiments in the laboratory, where you can thoroughly verify the conservation principles and the corresponding parameters you are going to estimate. So these are the learning outcomes of this course. And I would like to give you a glimpse of the units of this course. And basically it consisting of 4 units and in the theory component. And the 4 units are, main one is the fundamental mathematical aspects of the mechanics. So you are going to learn about the vectors and as well as the differential equations in the first unit. And next you are going to learn about all the Newtonian dynamics and as well as the conservation of principles in the second unit. And the third is quite interesting, where you are going to learn about not a linear dynamics, you are going to learn about the rotational dynamics. So this rotational dynamics is seems to be a little bit difficult for +2 level, but in this course you are going to be see that this is quite easy and comfortable, and as well as you will feel that this is the known concept for you by learning this rotational dynamics in DE course. After this, you are going to study about the gravitation, and in this gravitation we are teaching about the Kepler's laws and the satellite circular orbits and geosynchronous orbits and all these stuffs. So you can understand the basic gravitations and effects. And after this, in unit 5, we are teaching elasticity. So you can understand the material's strength by studying this elasticity. You might comfortable to understand about the material strengths. And last one is quite interesting again, so which always try to challenge the Newtonian mechanics by relativity theory. So all of you might know that Einstein challenges the Newtonian relativity theory. So this theory you will learn in the last of this course. So with this, the syllabus pattern has been described in 6 units, and all the units are quite interesting, and as well as you can verify all the principles in our laboratory. So the recommended readings are for these books have been given below. You can see. These are the recommended books and reference books. So these are all quite interesting books, and which consisting of several numericals to understand the physical principles and as well as physical concepts. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have a presentation by Department of Sanskrit. Sanskrit department is offering basic principles of Ayurveda or philosophy of yoga. Department of Sanskrit.
Dr. Sunita is there from Department of Sanskrit. Sunita ma'am, are you presenting?
Yes, I'm here. आवाज आ रही है आपको?
जी मैम।
जी। तो संस्कृत डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से 2 पेपर जो है ऑफर किए जा रहे हैं, बेसिक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ आयुर्वेदा और दूसरा है फिलॉसफी ऑफ योगा। तो फर्स्ट हम रख रहे हैं बेसिक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ आयुर्वेदा, इसमें सीटें फुल होंगी तो दूसरा पेपर हम लोग ऑप्शन खोलेंगे। राइट, एज यूजुअल ये 4 क्रेडिट कोर्स है, जिसके अंतर्गत जो है ये इसमें कोई प्रैक्टिकल जो है नहीं होता है, ये पूरा थियोरेटिकल पेपर है। इसका जो बेसिकली लर्निंग आउटकम है वो बच्चों को इंडियन एंशिएंट मेडिसिन सिस्टम है उससे अवगत कराना है, जिसके अंतर्गत 4 पार्ट है। हम लोग इसके अंतर्गत 4 चीजों के अंतर्गत हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडियन मेडिसिन सिस्टम, आयुर्वेद का क्या सब्जेक्ट मैटर है, इसके क्या की फीचर्स है, इसकी हिस्ट्री क्या, और हिस्ट्री के जो मेजर टेक्स्ट है उनका एक बेसिक इंट्रोडक्टरी कोर्स है ये। तो जिसके अंतर्गत हम लोग चरक संहिता, सुश्रुत संहिता या फिर और भी जो हिस्टोरिकल टेक्स्ट है आयुर्वेद के, उनके बारे में एक एलिमेंट्री स्टडी होती है। इसके पश्चात जो दूसरा पार्ट है इसका, जिसमें आयुर्वेद के बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स है, मूलभूत सिद्धांत जिससे कहते हैं, उनके बारे में जानकारी दिलानी, ये थोड़ा डेप्थ में जाता है। इसमें त्रिगुण, सत्व, तमस और रजस के बारे में, या पंच महाभूत होते हैं, बेसिकली हमारा जो बायोलॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर है वो किस प्रकार से आयुर्वेद से किस प्रकार से रिलेटेड है, उसके बारे में हम यहाँ पे बच्चों को अवगत कराएंगे, स्टूडेंट्स को। त्रिदोष हो गया, सप्त धातु, और इस तरीके से ये जो सिद्धांत है उनके बारे में बताया जाता है। इसके अलावा तीसरा जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है यहाँ पे, तो वो आयुर्वेद का, जिसको 8 अष्टांग आयुर्वेद कहा जाता है, उनके बारे में। बच्चों की चिकित्सा, कुमार भ्रत्य क्या होती है, शल्य चिकित्सा क्या होती है, भूत विद्या क्या होती है, साइकोलॉजी, रसायन विद्या किसे कहते हैं, वाजीकरण, ये सारे जो अष्टांग जो पार्ट है, विभाग है आयुर्वेद के किए गए हैं, उनके बारे में बच्चों को सिखाया जाता है। और सारा थियोरेटिकल होता है, कुछ भी प्रैक्टिकल पार्ट इसके अंतर्गत नहीं होता है। इसके अलावा जो हमारे जो भारतीय मेडिसिन सिस्टम के अंतर्गत जो जो औषधि के रूप में जो रोजमर्रा में जो आपको वृक्ष वगैरह दिखते हैं, पेड़ दिखते हैं, हल्दी हो गया, हरिद्रा, तुलसी, गुगलू, आंवला, ब्राह्मी, अश्वगंधा, अर्जुन, ये जो हमारे परिसर में बैकग्राउंड में हमें आराम से मिल जाते हैं, इनके आधार पर किस प्रकार से चिकित्सा की जाती है, ये इस कोर्स का ऑब्जेक्टिव है, ये सिखाना ये इस कोर्स का ऑब्जेक्टिव कहा गया है। अब आता है दूसरा, जो फिलॉसफी ऑफ योगा है, ये सेकंड ऑप्शन के रूप में हम लोगों ने रखा हुआ है, जिसके अंतर्गत योग दर्शन के बारे में बच्चों को अवगत कराया जाएगा। इसके साथ ही साथ जो शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य है, जो कि आयुर्वेद में भी था, बेसिक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ आयुर्वेद में भी है, उसी में एक योग एक हिस्सा है। तो ये स्पेसिफिक पेपर है, ये भी जो है 4 क्रेडिट का कोर्स होता है। इसके अंतर्गत जो है आत्म अनुशासन, सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन कैसे है, आर्ट ऑफ बैलेंस लिविंग जो है, जीवन जीने की संतुलित प्रक्रिया जिसको कहा जाता है, वो उसका अनुसरण किस प्रकार से किया जाए, वो है। तो ये मतलब विस्तृत से सूक्ष्म तक जाता है, अर्थात जो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी चीजें होती है, शरीर तो विशाल है, वहां से लेके मन तक का भी यहाँ पे उसके बारे में जो है पढ़ाया जाता है। तो ये अष्टांग योग बेसिकली लाइफ लिविंग जो स्किल्स है इसके बारे में वो सिखाई जाएगी, और किस प्रकार से अपने मन में श्रवण, निधिध्यासन या मनन जो है वो कितना आवश्यक है जीवन में, ये यहाँ पे बताया जाता है। इसके साथ ही साथ यहाँ पे इस कोर्स का मुख्य उद्देश्य बेसिकली बच्चों को एलिमेंट्री एजुकेशन ऑफ योगा के बारे में बताया जाएगा कि योग की अवधारणा क्या है और योग किस प्रकार से जीवन में लाया जा सकता है, और इसके मेथड्स क्या है, इसकी प्रक्रिया क्या है जो जीवन में आवश्यक होती है, रोजमर्रा के जीवन में किस प्रकार से व्यक्ति को कूल एंड काम रहना चाहिए, ये इसमें थियोरेटिकल एस्पेक्ट सिखाए जाते हैं। साथ ही साथ कुछ इसमें प्रैक्टिकली एज यू वैसे नहीं है, लेकिन जब टीचर पढ़ाता है तो उसको कुछ प्रैक्टिकली करके दिखाता है, क्योंकि उसके उसके बिना तो ये पॉसिबल है नहीं। तो ये यहाँ पे एग्जामिनेशन पैटर्न के रूप में यहाँ पे कोई प्रैक्टिकल ऑफर नहीं होता है यहाँ पे, लेकिन जो जो पेडागोजिकल है वो वहाँ पे आपको जो है प्रैक्टिकली दिखाया जाएगा। वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पेपर, बहुत सुंदर पेपर है। और आजकल आईकेएस इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम जो ऐसे भी ट्रेंड में है एनईपी में 2020, तो इसके अंतर्गत ये जो भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा को ध्यान में रखकर इस पेपर को डिजाइन किया गया है। और इसके अलावा फॉर बीए प्रोग्राम स्टूडेंट्स एक पेपर हम लोग जी लैंग्वेज भी ऑफर करते हैं, भारतीय भाषा एवं साहित्य, संस्कृत लिटरेचर एंड लैंग्वेज। इसके अंतर्गत हम बच्चों को भाषा का उच्चारण किस प्रकार से किया जाता है वो सिखाया जाता है। वो भी हमारे जो बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल टेक्स्ट है जो बच्चों की लर्निंग के लिए दिए गए हैं, जिसको कहते हैं हम नीति शतक एक टेक्स्ट है कि उसके बारे में, और पंचतंत्र जो स्टोरी बेस्ड टेक्स्ट है, छोटे छोटे बच्चों को किस प्रकार से सिखाया जाता है कि संस्कृत भाषा कैसे सीखनी है विथ एथिक्स। तो इसके अंतर्गत आपको सोशल और जो मोरल वैल्यूज है, एथिकल वैल्यूज है, वो उससे अवगत करवाया जाएगा। ये भी 4 क्रेडिट कोर्स है, इसमें भी कोई प्रैक्टिकल पार्ट हिस्सा नहीं है। कथाओं के माध्यम से लर्निंग विद स्टोरीज, जिसके अंतर्गत आपको नकुल ब्राह्मणी कथा, ये बहुत छोटी छोटी कहानियां जो बचपन में भी पढ़ते आए शुरू से, उन्हीं कथाओं को, जो मेन सोर्स तो उनका मुख्य सोर्स तो पंचतंत्र ही है, तो मेन सोर्स में किस प्रकार से दी गई है, तो इसका टेक्स्ट एंड इंटरप्रिटेशन जो ग्रंथ है उसका उसकी व्याख्या किस प्रकार से की जाए, भाषा को किस प्रकार से समझाया जाए, ये जीई लैंग्वेज का उद्देश्य होता है। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू मैम। नेक्स्ट वी हैव presentation by Department of Sociology. Sociology department is offering sociology and everyday life as a
Yes.
generic elective paper. Okay.
So I'll just share my screen once. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So good afternoon, everyone. The Sociology department offers its generic elective, which is Sociology and Everyday Life. So when we think of the discipline of sociology, a common thought is that it's the study of society, and we imagine society as something which is a distant entity with its specific institution, practices, processes, such as, say, caste, class, family, marriage, etc. However, what this paper hopes to inculcate is an understanding that makes us very aware of our own locations in society as acting members of the same. So it shares a unique perspective, which makes our lived reality far more interesting. So there's nothing that you will read would actually appear alien because it's speaking of the society we live in, your own social circumstances. However, it will still be complex and it will still be refreshing. So the paper has, in its 3 units, will introduce you to the basic concepts, the fundamental theoretical perspectives, and substantiate it all with a few brief case studies, which again equips us to make our own life, our routine choices, decisions, interests, a little more intelligible to us, as it constantly and continuously attempts to contextualize it within the intangible yet prominent structures of society. So the paper builds awareness as well as a critical and reflexive academic approach, which I believe shall be useful to all of you in any of your academic pursuits. So it's a basic introductory paper, yet it will leave a very strong impression, and I hope it'll inspire you to think about your own social surroundings in ways which will surprise you. The evaluation, of course, is internal 70 marks, and will be comprising of internal assessment, continuous assessment, which will include discussions, assignments, presentations, and of course a few tests. But it will be an enjoyable process. It's always been. It's great learning. So I do hope that I see some of you in the classroom. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have orientation by Department of Statistics. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. Good evening to everyone. I am Dr. Alok Kumar Singh from the Department of Statistics. Dear student, Department of Statistics is offering basic statistics as your GE paper. Dear students, the field of statistics is the science of learning from data. If you have statistical knowledge, it will help you to use the proper method to collect the data, employ the correct analysis, and effectively present the result. Why you have to choose statistics? Because data are everywhere. Statistical techniques are used to make many decisions that affects our lives. No matter what your career, you will make professional decisions that involve data. And one of the key reasons by choosing statistics as a generic elective is its interdisciplinary nature. Whether students belong to the field of economics, commerce, physics, and any other subject, statistical tools helps in research, evaluation, and drawing logical conclusion. As you can see, these are the area where we apply our statistical tools. So knowledge of statistics open doors in areas such as data analysis, banking, business management, healthcare, research, government policies, and even emerging fields like artificial intelligence and big data analytics. Okay, so here is the learning objective. Okay. To introduce the students to different measurement scale, qualitative and quantitative and discrete and continuous data, students would be able to understand the purpose of central tendency, dispersion, skewness, and kurtosis. Okay, so these are the terms which are very, very useful throughout your paper. If you are opting statistics throughout your in all semester, it will be very helpful. Okay, so this paper deals with the basic knowledge of the statistics. Okay, and after completion of this course, you will be able to apply the statistical tools. Okay, and you will be able to apply how to use the various central tendency, how to use the skewness and kurtosis, and how to use the movements. Okay. So this is the syllabus. You can see this syllabus is segregated in 4 units. Okay. The first unit basically deals with the basic definitions and basic terms which are useful. Okay. And unit second deals with the descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics mean measure of central tendency, measure of dispersion, correlation, coefficient of variation, moments, skewness, and kurtosis. Third unit is theory of attributes. Okay. Theory of attributes deals with the qualitative data. Okay. And last unit is correlation and regression. These all units are very useful when you study statistics in your next semester. Okay. So these are the base for this paper. Okay. The credit for this paper is 4, 3 lectures and 1 practical. And the eligibility criteria for this paper, you have to pass class 12th with mathematics. Okay, this is very important. You have to pass class 12th with mathematics, and there is no prerequisite for this course. And any queries, you can contact to Dr. Ramesh Kumar, who is teacher in charge of our department, and you can contact to me. My number is visible here. Thank you.
Okay, the next presentation is from the Department of Zoology. The paper offered is Human Physiology. So anybody from Zoology Department to present? I think no one has joined from the Zoology Department. So we'll proceed with the Department of Physical Education. Fitness and Wellness paper is being offered as first G, and the second G is Stress Management. Anybody from the Department of Physical Education again?
Ma'am, you can invite Dr. Brahma Reddy sir from Department of Economics.
Yeah, so the next presentation is from the Department of Economics. Economics department is offering Principles of Microeconomics 1, and I invite Dr. Brahma Reddy to please present.
Yeah, is it economics? Are you asking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope I am audible because there is a problem with my speaker and mic as well. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are clearly audible.
Okay. So I'm not able to switch on video. Okay, now it's there. Right. And share. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. It's there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you GE committee and IQAC for inviting us for this orientation session to orient the first semester students to choose an appropriate GE, keeping in mind their capabilities, their career goals, and so on. The Department of Economics offers Principles of Microeconomics 1 as GE in semester 1. As you can see, the eligibility is class 12. You all have passed, therefore you are in undergraduation. There is no prerequisite of the course. The course mainly deals with few aspects of human behavior, that is how we behave as a consumers. There is a consumer theory. We also study about the production costs of firms and the perfect competition, a market structure where there are too many firms, each firm producing same goods. So consumer has a vast choice in selection of the products. This course, the main objective is to introduce you to principles of microeconomics. And further, in semester 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we offer variety of courses beginning from Principles of Microeconomics 1. We offer Principles of Macroeconomics, Basic Development Economics, Money and Banking, Public Finance, Education and Development, Principles of Microeconomics 2. All these courses together would enable you to obtain a minor degree in economics. If you complete 7 courses of GE economics in 8 semesters, which is quite possible, you will be able to receive minor degree in economics. A statistics honor students, if he completes 7 courses in economics, he receives honors degree in statistics and minor degree in economics. And this course is one of the most popular courses, which is opted by students from across the disciplines, because today, whether you are a statistician or a physicist or a chemist, you know that many of you opt for management degree at post-graduation and subsequently join in corporate sector or industry. This requires a good knowledge of the economics, that is how economy functions, how consumers decide, how firms decide, and how government decides about taxes and expenditure. The set of 7 courses we offer will give you a very good base of economics, which you can further build in your post-graduation and use it in your professional life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request all the participants to please fill in the feedback as well as the attendance form, the link of which has been shared in the chat box. So please do it immediately. Dr. Alok, you can please carry on with the presentation.
Ma'am, we have a presentation by Department of Tamil. Anyone is here from Department of Tamil? Department of Telugu? Department of Zoology?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Department of Telugu. This is
sir.
yes,
sir.
Dattaya Attem. Okay. Good evening to all. I am Dattaya Attem, Department of Telugu. GE paper తెలుగు సాహిత్య చరిత్ర పరిచయం. ఇది తెలుగు పిల్లల కోసం మాత్రమే. ఇది 4 క్రెడిట్స్ పేపరు. ఇది 8వ తరగతి వరకు చదువుకున్న పిల్లలు ఎవరైనా సరే దీన్ని చదువుకోవచ్చు. ఇందులో మంచి పాఠ్యాంశాలు ఉన్నాయి. అవి మహాభారతము, రామాయణము, ప్రబంధాలు మరియు తెలుగు సంస్కృతి సంబంధించిన అంశాలు. అంటే ఇప్పుడు తెలుగు ఈ జీఈలో తెలుగు తీసుకున్నటువంటి వాళ్ళకి తెలుగు సాహిత్య చరిత్ర అంటే ఏమిటి అనేటటువంటి దాన్ని మొత్తం ఒక పరిచయంగా చూపిస్తుంది ఈ పేపర్. భారతం తెలుగులో వచ్చినటువంటి ఫస్ట్ పుస్తకం అక్క నుంచి మొదలుకొని ప్రసిద్ధమైనటువంటి రామాయణము, అట్లాగే ప్రబంధాలు తెలుగు సాహిత్యాన్ని ఒక మంచి బాట పట్టించినటువంటి రచనలు, అవన్నిటినీ కూడా ఇక్కడ పరిచయాత్మకంగా అన్నిటినీ చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది ఇందులో. కాబట్టి ఇది ఒక మంచి అవకాశము. దీంట్లో తెలుగు మన వెంకటేశ్వర కాలేజీలో చదువుతున్న శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వర కాలేజీలో చదువుతున్న పిల్లలే కాకుండా క్లస్టర్ కాలేజ్ కాబట్టి బయట తెలుగు పిల్లలు కూడా తీసుకునే అవకాశం ఉంది. స్పెషల్లీ నేను తెలుగు పిల్లలకు చెప్తుంది ఏంటంటే, మీ పిల్లలకి మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్కి చెప్పండి, తెలుగు పిల్లలకి ఎవరికైనా సరే, సౌత్ కాలేజ్ పిల్లలకి అందరికీ, సౌత్ క్యాంపస్ సంబంధించిన పిల్లలందరికీ కూడా జీఈ తెలుగు ఇక్కడ ఉందని చెప్పండి. మంచి పేపరు, బాగా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. స్పెషల్లీ యూపీఎస్సీ చదువుకునేటటువంటి వాళ్ళకి ఇది సిలబస్లో కూడా ఉన్నటువంటి అంశాలు ఉన్నాయి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. Department of Tamil, anyone from Department of Tamil?
Srinivasan sir.
Sir, you can call Dr. Sumit from Department of Zoology.
Okay, sir, I am calling to Srinivasan sir.
Dr. Sumit Raj from Department of Zoology. Sir, you can present.
Good morning, good evening, everyone. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
My slides are visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, Department of Zoology is going to float the generic elective of human physiology. As we know that human physiology is the most critical subject dealing with all the physiological of human system. So the human physiology is a 4-credit course with 2 credit lecture and 2 credit of practical. It includes all the systems of human body and it has a lot of applications. We deal with the human physiology right from the neurophysiology, endocrinology, cardiovascular physiology, immunology, pathophysiology, respiratory physiology, renal physiology, and others. So the students who are going to take this subject will become got expertise in all these fields. So learning outcome of this course the student will able to understand the principles of normal biological function in human body, outline basic human physiology, and correlate with the histological structures, that is the tissue structures and the biological functions it can be correlated, and it also understand the homeostasis is animals and its response to external environment. So this is the syllabus of human physiology. The unit 1 deals with all kinds of tissues, that is the type of tissues, structure and function, epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous tissues. Second, neurology. Unit 2 deals with the neurology, as well as musculoskeleton. That is how the propagation of nerve impulses occurs or the mechanism of muscle contraction. Unit 3 deals with the digestive system and the absorption of food. Unit 4 is the respiratory physiology. Unit 5, the cardiovascular system. Unit 6, renal physiology. That is the anatomy of kidney. And Unit 7, reproductive physiology. That is spermatogenesis and oogenesis. All these things will be correlated with at the tissue level with the physiology. And it has got very interesting practicals. After this course, the student will able to analyze neurons and the blood cells. It has a very interesting practicals includes observation of the different blood cells under the microscope, identify them, count them. We will be preparing the hemine and hemochromogen crystals, estimation of the hemoglobin, that is involves the medical physiology. We determine the ABO blood group. We will determine your blood group. You will be able with your own hands, you can determine the blood group A positive, B positive, or O positive, anything of your own blood. You can able to get expertise in blood pressure measurement by sphygmomanometer and a detailed study of all the histological sections of all the organs, right from the mammalian stomach, duodenum, liver, lung, kidney, pancreas, testes, and ovaries. All this will be done in the practical classes. So overall, this is an interesting subject, and it is the backbone of our zoology. So all are welcome to this course. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Last, we have Department of Tamil.
How to stop?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wait.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, GE Orientation Committee and IQSC. Hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Thanks for inviting Tamil department for presenting the GE paper 1. For Tamil students, அன்பார்ந்த தமிழ் மாணவர்களே, தமிழ் துறை மூலமாக உங்களை வரவேற்பதில் பெரும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். உங்களுக்கு முதல் பருவத்தில் தமிழக நாட்டுப்புறவியல் ஓர் அறிமுகம் என்ற ஒரு பாடம் அறிமுகப்படுத்தப்படுகிறது. இது 4 கிரெடிட்டுகளை கொண்டதாக இருக்கும். இது நீங்கள் மட்டுமல்லாமல், வெங்கடேஸ்வரா கல்லூரி மாணவர்கள் மட்டுமல்லாமல், வெளியிலிருந்து வரக்கூடிய மாணவர்களுக்கும் இந்த பாடத்திட்டம் பொருத்தமாக இருக்கும். இந்த பாடத்திட்டத்தில் தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய கிராம மக்களை பற்றி, நகரத்திற்கு எப்படி ஒரு கலாச்சாரம் இருக்கிறதோ அதே போல கிராமத்திற்கும் ஒரு கலாச்சாரம் இருக்கிறது, பண்பாடு இருக்கிறது, மொழி இருக்கிறது, அவர்களுக்கான வாழ்க்கை இருக்கிறது. இதை பற்றியெல்லாம் நகரத்து ஜனங்களாகிய அல்லது நகரத்து மாணவர்களாகிய நீங்களும் தெரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக இந்த பாடத்திட்டம் தில்லி பல்கலைக்கழகத்தினால் அறிமுகப்படுத்தப்படுகிறது. குறிப்பாக நகரங்கள் தான் நம்மளுடைய எதிர்கால இந்தியாவின் தூண்கள் என்று மகாத்மா காந்தி அவர்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கிறார்கள். அந்த அளவில் நகர மக்களாகிய நாம் கிராம மக்களை பற்றியும் அவர்களுடைய வேர்களை பற்றியும் அவர்களுடைய கலாச்சாரங்களை பற்றியும் நாம் தெரிந்து கொள்வது மிகவும் அவசியமாகும். அதன் மூலமாக கிராமத்து மக்களுக்கு அல்லது காந்தியடிகளினுடைய கனவை நாம் நனவாக்கும் விதமாக கிராம கலாச்சாரங்களை படித்து தெரிந்து கொள்வது நாம் எல்லோரும் கிராம மக்களுக்கு செய்யக்கூடிய மிகப்பெரிய கடமையாக இருக்கும். இது கலாச்சாரங்களை தெரிந்து கொள்வது மட்டுமல்லாமல் போட்டித் தேர்வுகளுக்கான ஒரு பாடமாகவும் இது அமையும். அந்த வகையில் நீங்கள் இதனை தேர்வு செய்து கொண்டு படிக்கும்போது நகர கலாச்சாரங்களோடு கிராம கலாச்சாரங்களையும் தெரிந்து கொள்வதில் உங்களுக்கு பெருமையுடையதாக இருக்கும். உங்களுக்கு சாட் பாக்ஸில் என்னுடைய பேரு, ஃபோன் நம்பர்லாம் கொடுத்துருக்குறேன். நீங்கள் இந்த கோர்ஸ் அல்லது ஓரியன்டேஷன் கோர்ஸ் முடிஞ்ச உடனே நாளை முதலே நீங்கள் எங்களுடைய தமிழ் துறைக்கு வந்து என்னை சந்திக்கலாம். என்னுடைய பெயர் ப்ரொஃபஸர் சீனிவாசன், தமிழ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட். மொபைல் நம்பர் 9911223484. வாழ்த்துக்கள்.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Department of Physical Education, Narendra, sir.
Unmute.
Sir.
I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I am Dr. Narendra Gaur from Department of Physical Education. This year in this odd semester, we are offering generic elective subject, fitness and wellness. It's a very good subject because fitness is very important in the life. Fitness and wellness are essential for overall health and well-being. Regular physical activity can help prevent chronic diseases, improve mental health, and increase the energy level. A balanced lifestyle that includes fitness and wellness can enhance quality of life and promotion of longevity. It's a good subject. It's a physical education subject. It has 4 credits, 3 lecture and 1 practical. And eligibility criteria is 12th pass. No prerequisite of the course is required. The main objective of this course is to provide understanding through practical knowledge and practices regarding fitness and wellness. And in the syllabus, there are 4 units. First one is Introduction to Fitness and Wellness. In this, we have meaning and concept of fitness and wellness, components of fitness and components of wellness, and also the significance of fitness and wellness. In Unit 2, the development and maintenance of fitness, how to develop your fitness. This is very important in your life. There are types of fitness, that is health-related fitness and skill-related fitness. Principle of physical fitness is also in this unit. In Unit 3, development and maintenance of wellness, factors influencing wellness, wellness and lifestyle. Development and maintenance of wellness is in Unit 3, and Unit 4, lifestyle modification, is there. In this chapter, process of changes, smart, hazards of inactivity, overcoming barriers through physical activities are there. And in the practical, there are certain tests to measure and evaluate of your physical fitness components. Physical components are speed, agility, flexibility, strength. These are the physical fitness components which you have to measure yourself. And we have to design a general warm-up and cooling down routine of your daily routine. And in the practical, we have to prepare physical fitness program for daily life of yourself. You have to make a physical fitness program. We ask the student to prepare a fitness program of him or herself. So this is all in the syllabus of physical fitness and wellness GE subject. And If you are health conscious, then you have to take this paper because this is related to your health. Because after pandemic, we have to be very cautious about our health. So you can contact me in the Department of Physical Education, and my phone number is 98-180-48470. So this is all in this subject. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Dr. Alok to propose the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Ma'am, sorry
Yeah.
for the interruption. I have to
Yeah.
answer some questions. So I have already answered around 128 questions. 2 questions I have dismissed. I will be reading out the question as well as giving the answer. So which teacher to choose GE, is it necessary to contact the department in charge or you will have to fill the form? No, you need not to contact anyone. You can just fill out the course allocation form. But you can always contact the department if you want to understand something about the course. For as far as filling out the form is concerned, you need not to contact anyone. Sir, respectfully want to convey that please don't be so formal and explain in Hindi. बेटा अगर किसी को कुछ लैंग्वेज की वजह से समझ ना आया हो तो ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स मुझसे मिल सकते हैं कभी भी पर्सनली. We cannot hold a session in 2 or more languages. Good afternoon, sir, madam. At last, if time allows, could you please reshare the starting introductory? Beta, this video will be available on YouTube. You can anytime watch this video. You can pause the at any particular time. You can see any slide. So there is no issue. Sir, BA Honors Hindi Fresher की class कब होगी? The classes have already been started from August 1st. I am from Life Sciences. Can I take GE of Biochemistry department? Yes, you can take GE from any department excluding the 3 parent departments: Botany, Chemistry, and Zoology. When will we be having? Ma'am, Hindi. Ma'am, I have just been upgraded from B.Sc Maths to BA program Eco Plus Statistics, so I don't have my roll number, and please tell me which course should I fill for the time being. You have to fill your current course only. Can I take Political Science as GE? I am from Department of Sociology. Yes, you can take any GE excluding the GEs offered by the Department of Sociology. So that's all. Now I invite Dr. Alok Kumar Singh for presenting the vote of thanks.
So by
Dr. Alok, are you there to propose the vote of thanks?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
please,
Yes, ma'am.
please proceed with the vote of thanks.
Okay. So on behalf of the member of GE committee, It is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to all who have contributed to making this event a grand successful. First and foremost, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our respected principal, Sir Professor V. Ravi, for their constant guidance and support. A sincere word of thanks to our dedicated convener, Dr. Hari Singh Sir, whose tireless effort have ensured the smooth execution of today's event. I also extend my appreciation to all faculty members for giving their valuable time. A special thanks goes to ICT teams whose technical expertise and efficient support ensured the seamless functioning of today's program. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the students for their participation. Thank you so much, everyone. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can leave the meeting.
Okay.